Hi, I was asked to share some of my favorite horror films with you today, and I'm happy to do so. Vampires and zombies and monsters, oh my. First on my list is Nosferatu, a silent film released in 1922. Based on Bram Stoker's Dracula, this film could be called the grandfather of horror films. The director's use of shadow and light sets the atmospheric stage from which the vampire Count Orlok performs his eerie and haunting dance of death and destruction. This film paved the way for all future vampire films. If you're a fan of vamps, the 1931 Dracula starring Bela Lugosi is mesmerizing, as is the 1979 version starring Frank Langella. And for fans of teen vamps, the 1987 film Lost Boys with Kiefer Sutherland as a nasty teenage vampire with loads of attitude is an extremely fun and terrifying time indeed. No horror list would be complete without zombies. If Nosferatu is the grandfather of horror films, George Romero's 1968 Night of the Living Dead is the mother of zombie films. Dark, disturbing, and gritty, this movie portrays zombies or ghouls as flesh-eating creatures. Much of the action takes place in a farmhouse where 5 survivors are trapped, and they must work together to fend off the ever-growing mass of zombies. A commentary on the 1960s, Romero's masterpiece reveals that we have as much to fear from each other as we do from ravenous zombies. While that film is my favorite, there are other zombie films of merit as well. For zombie mayhem plus comic relief, Shaun of the Dead starring Simon Pegg is monstrously entertaining. Zombieland provides fearsome zombies, comedy, and 2 strong female characters. Warm Bodies from 2013 is about a zombie with heart and features scary moments plus a message of love and acceptance. The Resident Evil series starring Mila Jovovich gives us a strong female lead who combats hordes of zombies in a post-apocalyptic world. Universal Studios blessed us with some fabulous monster films. 2 of my favorites are Bride of Frankenstein and Creature from the Black Lagoon, with Boris Karloff as the undead monster and Elsa Lanchester as the unwilling and monstrously beautiful bride. Bride of Frankenstein never grows old, and we're left with the question of who are the real monsters. Creature from the Black Lagoon, with its cheesy aquatic creature, has spectacular underwater footage which was groundbreaking for the early 1950s. Alfred Hitchcock, my favorite director, created 2 masterpieces of horror, Psycho and The Birds. Psycho, starring Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh, is considered to be one of Hitchcock's best. The shower scene, to say the least, is terrifyingly rememberable. The Birds focuses on a small town inexplicably besieged by violent attacks from killer birds. Leave it to Hitchcock to turn birds into some of the most horrifying villains in film history. My final picks are from John Carpenter's Halloween franchise. Halloween, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, is the epitome of horror slasher films, and Halloween H2O, which takes place 20 years later, is even better. Jamie Lee rocks both performances and provides us with a strong but vulnerable female character to cheer for. Happy Halloween and happy viewing.